Antonio Conte. Did the outbreak of the Italian lay the foundation for Tottenham Hotspur's exit? Antonio Conte is a restless soul at the best of times, and grappling with the issues at Tottenham Hotspur has led him to make outbursts that would be familiar to those who know his past. The Italian has never held back in providing a frank assessment, even when not asked. His latest critical remarks in interviews with Sky Sports Italia and beIN Sports have been motivated by a frustration that he did not get everything he wanted in the January transfer window, notably 2 defenders, and a deeper concern about Tottenham's longer-term strategy and philosophy. During the past week, Conte has said that he did not fully appreciate the scale of what he was walking into, singled out the club's policy of buying players for the future, claimed the squad was left numerically weaker last month and needs significant investment, said that it could take a long time to change the squad's mentality, and questioned Tottenham's hopes of qualifying for the Champions League this season. Before all that, there have been digs about poor recruitment. In the past, I always say I have to feel only 1% the possibility to win the league, he said. For sure here the situation is strange, because maybe I feel the 1% possibility to have the ambition to finish fourth. Taken at face value, Conte has been laying bare long-term issues that he believes will continue to prevent Tottenham being competitive. When snippets of Conte's quotes first emerged online on Wednesday, those inside the club were initially surprised at the head coach's comments, but became more relaxed after seeing them in the wider context of the full interview. Conte has not come close to failure since being hounded out of Atlanta in 2010. He dusted himself down and returned to win 3 consecutive titles at Juventus, then lifted the title at Chelsea in 2016-17 and at Inter Milan last May. The 1% line could be interpreted as Conte saying that he has only taken jobs where there is a chance of winning the title, not simply qualifying for the Champions League. It could also be argued that the 52-year-old might be laying the groundwork for an ultimatum under which the club either backs him this summer or he leaves with 1 year left on his contract. Tottenham have lost 3 straight league matches and slipped to 8th in the Premier League, 7 points outside the top 4. They have a potentially tricky tie away to Middlesbrough in the FA Cup 5th round next month. His arrival at Spurs in November brought instant success. When his side beat Watford on New Year's Day, they had taken 18 points from a possible 24, conceded 4 times, and could have moved clear in 4th if they had won their games in hand. But things have since started to unravel, linked in part to Eric Dier's absence in defense through injury. In the subsequent 4 matches they have taken 3 points, shipped 9 goals, and play away to leaders Manchester City tomorrow, looking to avoid a 4th straight defeat for the first time since 2004. Conte could not pass up the chance to highlight the backing enjoyed by Pep Guardiola, the City manager. Pep Guardiola shows in many different situations that it is good to build something important, he said. Because when you stay in Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Manchester City, these clubs wanted to invest in him and he repaid this trust. In the short term, Tottenham's problems are fairly clear-cut for Conte. He never got his wish for a centre-back last month and, for any Italian head coach, working with defenders who lack the technical ability to defend is a big problem. He also feels that the squad has good characters, but not enough top players, and that cashing in on Harry Kane this summer would be tantamount to admitting that they cannot compete at the top of the table. It might also be a signal that he too should make an exit. Conte did not walk into Spurs blind. He had plenty of time to study the squad since being first approached for the job in June. He knew how Tottenham operated before he took charge and has said that he asked for no assurances before being appointed. He also knew the club's financial position and that they are hoping for significant investment. It was no coincidence that Tottenham revealed a net debt of £706 million in late November, shortly before a meeting between Conte and club officials over transfers. He was left disappointed after being told there would be little money available, something that was repeated at another meeting a month later. As if to ram home his disappointment, he picked the reserve goalkeeper Pierluigi Golini to start the Carabao Cup semi-final second-leg defeat by Chelsea. Conte's recent decisions are not beyond scrutiny. He made substitutions when Spurs were leading against Southampton, a match they lost 3-2 having led 2-1 late in the game, and then admitted that not replacing Dier with Joe Rodon in the 2-0 home defeat by Wolverhampton Wanderers might have been a mistake. Some believe that his outburst this week could be a way of deflecting attention from those results. Rodon is thought to be frustrated at his lack of opportunities in Dier's absence due to injury, but Conte's comments this week have not led to unrest in the dressing room. Sources close to the squad have indicated that they are relaxed about his remarks, especially as Conte was careful not to single out any one player. Conte admitted that he had been surprised that Tottenham, not known for taking a financial hit on players, actioned his request to offload 4, Tanguy Ndombele, Dele Alli, Giovanni Lo Celso and Brian Gill, in the January transfer window and, in his words, thereby leave him with a more balanced squad. Some of Conte's criticism will not be new for Tottenham. Mauricio Pochettino also questioned how the club wanted to determine their future on the eve of their first match at their new stadium in 2019. He got frustrated, downed tools, and parted company. Conte has perhaps been quicker to question things than in his other jobs and evidently feels that Tottenham need him more than he needs them. The club raised expectations by appointing Conte, but they must also have appreciated that history shows he expects to be backed or will go on the attack and ultimately leave.